Della Russo's funeral home originated in the North End in, I believe, 1930. My grandfather, Michael Della Russo, opened up on Prince Street. My father was the youngest of a bunch of siblings. He was the only one that stayed and got into the business. And we grew up, basically grew up in a funeral home, riding around my big wheel, around dead bodies. We had caskets in our apartment and a showroom, and our family car was a Cadillac hearse. To us it was normal because that's just the way we grew up. We closed the business in 1985. My father likes to joke that we closed because the business was dead. So, if it wasn't for my grandfather buying this building, we probably would have never been raised in the North End, because most people just can't afford to live here anymore. And if we didn't have that building, we probably would have had to move out like everybody else. Growing up around here, when I was a kid in, the 80s and 90s, it didn't look like it does today, with all these condos and everything beautified, and which is great. And thank God the neighborhood went upscale instead of, the other way. But when I was growing up, it was like an Italian ghetto. A lot of buildings were run down, the streets were a mess, there was a lot of shootings and crime, but the neighborhood policed itself. Growing up around here, I never realized that we didn't have it so good because we loved it. People always used to tell my father, Bob, why don't you get your family out of there? When you're gonna move out? And you never know, your kids can get in trouble and all this stuff. But his answer would be, you move to the suburbs, you move to, Reading, you move to Middleton, you move to here. When your kid leaves, do you know where he is? He's like, I always know where my kid is. I don't care what corner he's on, I don't care what club he's in, I don't care what store he goes to. Somebody knows my kid, and if something goes wrong, I'm gonna get a phone call. Michael is my older brother, and probably one of the most amazing people I know. Nothing can ruffle his feathers. Never ask you for anything, never let you know he's down, never let you know that, he's not feeling well, or he's not doing good, or he's depressed. The word depressed is not in his vocabulary. Uncle Sal's my godfather and my uncle. He's always been the voice of reason, but the guy is well ahead of his time. I don't know if there's anyone out there I'm closer to than him. What we're doing now is amazing. It's an amazing change. My brother, myself, and my Uncle Sal, we were all in, 10, 11 years ago, we were all in prison at the same time. You never realize all the people you hurt along the way. Maybe some people don't hurt anyway. Maybe they have no family, maybe they have no loved ones, but my family is as tight as they get. And, you never realize how much more they're hurting than you are. Like growing up, I was the youngest, so I always looked up to my brother and my Uncle Sal, and I wanted to be just like them, and I became just like them. I've learned so much from everything I've done wrong. I think I've learned more from what I've done wrong than what I've done right. So I'm not proud of it, but I'm not ashamed of it, because it makes me the man I am today. We've never been as successful as we are now. We were very unsuccessful criminals, but very successful in being legitimate people. We opened up in 2007. My brother actually found the place. It used to be a travel agency for 100 years called Fun Travel. So when I come down here, I'm like, Mike, this place is a fucking duck. There's no way I'm taking it. I'm not doing it. There's no way you can make this place look nice. It's disgusting. It's a little basement. I don't want it. And I remember him turning to the guy and whispering to him, yeah, we're gonna take it. We're gonna take it. Started off as a 2-chair shop. From there, it just started growing and growing and growing. And every year that I've been open, I added another barber chair and added another barber chair. Now we have 5 chairs. And the expansion in the back, this was a backyard. Right where we're sitting was a backyard. It was outside. We got 2 tanning booths, we got an espresso bar, cappuccino, iced coffee, whatever you want. I mean, we got TVs all over the place, and we're gonna be doing tattoos in here. Years ago, I would probably have all North End people in here hanging around all day, you know what I mean? But there's not a lot of us left. I love having my friends come in here and the guys from the neighborhood. And I love the fact that they still feel comfortable coming in here. But what's cool about the barbershop is that new people moving in and people that grew up here their whole lives, they actually get to know each other in here. They see each other in the street all the time. There's no hello, they don't know each other, and we don't run with the same crowd, we don't go to the same bars, we don't speak the same, we don't have anything in common. But when you come to the barbershop, everybody gets along. I think that if people feel like they're stepping back into 1980 or 1975 or 1950 or whatever year that you felt is your nostalgic year of your life, whatever touches you the most, I feel that we capture that when you walk in the door. I think we have a knack of making people feel like they belong, that this is your barbershop, not just a barbershop where you're getting your hair cut. This is my place. When I walk down the street on a Saturday night and I got all these college kids or other guys that live in the neighborhood, you know, they're drunk, they're having a good time with their friends. When they see me walk down the street, they scream and yell, they point me out, that's my barber, that's that guy from the barber shop, you know, and they love it. It's not just, that's the guy who cuts my hair, that's my barber shop, that's my barber, you know. Even though I'm not their personal barber, I don't go to their house to cut their hair, but they feel like they're part of my family, and I love that. It's a great feeling.